Okay, so our first exercise is side lying abduction. This is for rehabilitation of the supraspinatus. You're going to be lying on your side like so, arm out in front of you at a 45-degree angle. Raise up for 2 seconds, and then don't go above your knee. That is the impingement zone, and then you're going to lower for 6 seconds. Back down, and that one. Okay, so this is the push-up plus. This is for your serratus anterior and your subscapularis muscles. You first start in the quadruped position, knees under hips, and then hands under your shoulders. You maintain your lumbar lordosis throughout. You're going to protract your scapula, and then retract it, like so. And then to make it a little bit harder, we move to an unstable surface for our hands. Same thing though, and we're out of the quadruped position. Protract and retract. And my scapulas don't contract as much because I have scoliosis, so. All right, so our next one is called field goal. It works the rotator cuff and the serratus anterior muscles. So we're going to start with our arms hanging off like so, and then you're going to retract your scapula, raise your arms to 90, and internally rotate so your palms are facing each other. Raise them out in front of you, maintaining your retracted scapula the entire time. Lower it down, turn it back in, drop it, and then release your retracted scapula. Okay, so this one is called concentric eccentric. It works your posterior rotator cuffs, your infraspinatus, and your teres minor. So you're going to start with your shoulder blades retracted and your elbow right here at your ASIS as best as possible, like you're about to do a bicep curl. And then you're going to raise your arm up at the top, rotate in so your thumb is now facing the opposite direction, and slowly lower your arm, resisting the drop arm. Bring it across your chest. Bring it back to start. Retract your scapula. Reset. Same thing again. Raise it up. Rotate. Resist the drop arm as you bring the weight across your chest. Like so. One. Okay, so this is modified empty can. It works the supraspinatus. We're going to start with our arms about 45 degrees out and the scapular plane. You're going to slowly raise it up and about halfway rotate, like you're throwing something behind you, making sure it's a slow, controlled movement, and slowly lower back down. 2. Okay, so this is elbow flexion with supination and pronation. So I'm going to start with supination first. Our arms straight out, in line with our body. You're going to bring it up for 2 seconds in a controlled movement all the way up to your occiput, and then lower it back down slowly for 6 seconds. And once you get back to start, turn your palm in, flex the wrist. You're then going to bring it up for 6 seconds like the other one to your occiput, lower it back down for 6 seconds, and this is going to work the brachialis. 1. All right, so this is the subscapularis pull. You're going to start with your elbow straight, protect your thumb, and then going to bring it in, internally rotate, touch the inferior border of your opposite scapula, and then bring it back out. Start with your thumb back up, like so. And this is working the subscapularis. So this is external rotation with subscapular retraction. You're going to start an internal rotation with the arm you're using. Going to externally rotate for 2 seconds. Bring it back in slowly to start for 6 seconds. You're going to work in the teres minor and the infraspinatus, and you're going to have a stabilizer under the active arm. 1. Okay, so this is the bilateral Blackburn 3. It's going to be working the scapula stabilizers, long lever of the rotator cuff, and the posterior delts. So you're going to start with your shoulders down, arms straight out. You're going to retract your scapula, thumbs down, bring it out, 2 seconds up, 6 seconds back down, relax, reset, turn your palm down, palm down, bring it up, maintaining scapular traction, bring it back down, reset, thumbs up, maintaining the retraction, back down. 1. All right, so this is a standing four-way. It works the anterior and lateral delts as well as the supraspinatus portion of the rotator cuff muscles. Start with your arms in front of you like so, thumbs up, bring it up for 2 seconds, lower lower it back down for 6 seconds. You're gonna do this on each portion. Rotate your hands out and the scapular plane, which will be about 30 to 45 degrees depending on the patient. And then next one is full abduction. Bring it back down and then back neutral. Flex your elbows and then retract your scapula. And like you're trying to put your hands in your pockets and squeeze a pencil with your scapula. 1. So this is the dynamic Blackbird. It works the scapula stabilizers, mainly in eccentric, but also concentric throughout all portions of the rotator cuff muscles. So we're going to start with our hands on our bottoms, like so. We're going to retract the scapulas and push towards our heels, and then we're going to bring it out in front of us, keeping our scapula retracted the whole time. Bring it back to neutral, and then release the scapula and relax. Alright, so this is scapular retraction in range. It's to maintain good posture. Alright, I'm going to start like this. Bring it up 90, 90. We're going to retract the scapula. Hold. Look, relax. Hold. Relax. And then bring it back down to neutral.